Hi, I'm Nicole Aponte, and this is my discussion thread on gaming in the classroom. The question was asked, what benefits and challenges exist when it comes to gaming in the classroom? Some benefits that I would share include immediate feedback, such as when utilizing a Kahoot, and increased engagement. Students are definitely more engaged when they get the opportunity to participate in gaming in the technological context in the classroom. And so this is important if you're trying to get them to review for an upcoming quiz, because they're going to be excited and eager to participate. And then you can take the feedback that you get and you can use that information to decide, did I teach the lesson well? Are they prepared? Or do I need to clarify some things with them? Are there misconceptions that they're holding on to that I need to discuss before we move forward with that assessment? Some challenges include overstimulation. I have experienced this before, where children become so excited with the game that they're not really paying attention. They're getting up out of their seats, they're making a lot of noise, and in the end, it became more entertainment than education. You can't gauge whether they retained the information from the lessons or if they are ready for their assessments. Strategies to make gaming more productive: definitely have procedures in place. I explain the procedures before we start the game. I tell them, this is what you need to do, this is what you're not able to do. We're not going to scream and yell. We are not going to talk in between or when we find out the answers to the Kahoot, but we're going to check our papers. We're going to self-assess and see if we got the answers right. I also think you can mix technology with pencil and paper. So my Kahoots are displayed on the smartboard, but instead of having a Chromebook and registering their answers, they write their answers on the paper, they number the paper, and then they can go back and check their work. Roblier and Hughes in 2019 on page 164 do discuss some strategies that can make gaming productive. They suggest that these kind of drill and practice games are excellent for preparing before an assessment. And I quote, use only after teaching the concepts. Use when students need to prepare to demonstrate mastery of specific skills in important examinations, end quote. I agree with this, and this is how I have implemented gaming in my classroom. When is it inappropriate to use gaming in the classroom? I would say when it has nothing to do with the content. A game that is a shooter game is definitely not appropriate in a school environment. A game that is about math, while this is an English class, even though I understand there are cross-curricular activities that take place in school, I would say that wouldn't be relative to my lessons. So I think it should be related to the lesson content and to the objectives that I have set forth as a teacher. Roblier and Hughes also suggest on page 164 that if you're utilizing gaming in the classroom, you should set time limits. So I agree with this. That's another reason why, again, I appreciate Kahoot, because it gives the teacher the ability to set a limit for how long each question will be. I think that the teacher should decide that the game will not take up the whole class, but a small portion of our time together in the classroom could be used for that. Like I said, for a drill, for a review. I think another great way that gaming could be used is the Oregon Trail. This is such a fun game, and I've used it before with other students if you're teaching history, or even if you're doing an integrated history and English lesson like I do in my class. For giving the children that experience of being able to make choices and see what happens next and interact in a role-playing sort of way in a certain time period in history. I think games like that are definitely appropriate, and you can still set a time limit for how long you want your students to engage with the material. Thank you.